Hi guys, this is Josh with Inktology. Tonight, I just put this photo here because it's a good way to focus on, what the paper's focusing on for my camera. This is from Egypt when I went there when I was a young man and tried to excavate some tombs on my own. A fantastic time I had. Oh man, I got into all kinds of trouble. I was held up my machine guns by some guards. I climbed the pyramids of Giza, sailed the Nile. I got artifacts and ruins. That was fun. Traded some stuff for that, and all kinds of cool stuff. So, anyways, that has nothing to do with tonight. Tonight is actually about Zmei. Zmei, the three-headed dragon of the Slavic culture. Tonight I'm going to show you what I've been drawing. So this is the sketch I did of him. I did this in about 10 or 15 minutes. Ignore my live stream. That's not true time period. And what is time? Honestly, what is time? What is 3 hours compared to 10 minutes? So I'll just say 10 minutes. I'm just kidding. It took me forever, and I worked on it for about 2 hours today. So a total of 5 hours to draw this whole sketch. Mainly because of the scales and kind of figuring out where I wanted to place certain things. I had to erase a few things, and then drawing all these little characters down here were fun, but a little taxing on my mind. Where did my pencil go? Anyways, I'm red in the face because I've had some fun beer experiments on a Thursday night. Is it Thursday? I don't even know. So, anywho, I'm just messing with you guys. Let me turn down the volume on my... Zmei the dragon. There we go. Inking a dragon. Ooh, that looks good. So if you're just joining me, my name is Joshua Lamb. I am an ink artist and illustrator for different various things. I do color, I do oil, I do it all. I do murals as well. But my love and dear joy is inking and illustration of mythology, religion, and culture and history. So if you're just joining me, you want to learn some stuff and just, participate in an artist's progression, this is the place to do it. So Inktology is the place to do it. You're more than welcome to comment and talk and say whatever radical ideas you have here. It is a very welcoming space. It is very kind, and everyone here is very cool. You could say crazy stuff here, and we'll just be like, tubular, dude. So don't worry. Yeah. As for, you're looking probably maybe at the subscribers and how many followers I have. Well, this is a new channel. I just started a couple months ago, and I'm also not one to be the greatest at promoting, but working in the illustration field and art field, I want to give back, and I want to create a YouTube channel that is highly valuable to you, myself, and the culture of art. Anyways, please like and subscribe. That would very much help your friend out here, me, Joshua, to grow and sustain the art field. But let's ink this bad boy. I'm not going to ink the whole thing tonight, so don't worry. We're not going to spend hours and hours on this. Oh, look at that. I already got lead all over my hands. We're going to focus on the technique of erasing this and what it takes from here to there. So I've already taken photos of the pencil drawing, of this drawing, right? Some people would want to keep the pencil, and I love pencil, right? Pencil's fun. But inking has a stronger, vibe to it. And when you do it right, it can really pronounce the characters of what they're doing and really give a lot more detail, where pencil can kind of blur out and blend into the page. So we're going to ink this bad boy. This is actually watercolor paper. It's an XL watercolor paper. You can see some of the texture here. I will be watercoloring this. I don't know how to watercolor. I'm not a watercolorist. and some may say, like, why would you want to watercolor and risk the first couple of watercolors in a drawing you don't know what the hell you're doing? Well, that's how you learn. And trust me, this will not be the first or last temptation of doing things that I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on, let me look for my drink real quick. Anywho, so this is Zmei. Zmei is a Slavic dragon. The Slavic dragon is over 3 heads. It has different identities in each head, right? We have the fire, we have the water, we have the rock, earth, I'm sorry. And we have the whole vibe. And you have different stories for the Slavic narrative to let us know, hey, lore is awesome. Tonight we'll be using the Micron 1 pen, the graph. Oh, you know what? I don't think I'll be using the graphic actually. Let's see what else I have. Possibly the Micron 5. It's kind of thick. I don't really know yet. Let me check here down below. The 005 Micron is a very fine detailed one. I could go as small as the 0.3, which is my smallest pen here. This bad boy, the Copic multiliner, is a monster. I highly recommend it if you're going to do hyper detail. I can get super fine with this thing. But for now, let's just draw like we've never drawn before. Okay. I did tell my viewers I would start at 9 o'clock. I'm actually starting 30 minutes early. That is because I have things to do, people. I am like you. I am just like you. I want to live my life. Cannot be waiting around for people. And so I started a little bit early, but this will probably be an hour and a half anyway, so they're not going to miss anything. Okay. So here's, let me explain before I start, because it's, you know, blah, 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 right? Fire head, throwing fire, a cannonball coming from here from the cannon dude. He's lighting this bad boy off. He's shooting a cannon, hitting the skin, it's bouncing off, but the head got ripped off, not by the cannon, because the cannon's still going, right? You can see that the head's being ripped off and the head's fallen here, but that's because the princess here is a magic wizard, a warlock, a mage, and she is blowing this fire that the fire dragon head is throwing at her, was supposed to be, because you can see some of the fire down here. This guy over here is on fire. Sorry, I didn't really show it. He's burning alive, so he's tormented. The archer is like, what is happening, right? And so there's a lot going on already. The fire dragon's trying to burn these guys, but he burnt this dude. But her wizardry blew the fire to rip off the head of the earth dragon's head, and it's fallen and crushed with a few guys in its mouth. It's already eaten some few people. And so she's being dropped by him. You got this dude back here. I don't know if you can see him, but he's launching his way to slice and dice. Let me see if I can zoom in. Can you see that? He's slicing and dicing. He's ready to chop down the leg of this dragon. And you have some arrows in the arms. You can see that. You can see... now this is the water dragon. I got him a little more transparent because I feel like fish and kind of like water creatures have a more transparent look to them. He's got water coming. He's got water dripping. He's dripping all kinds of liquids. But you got the knight, the main dude, the head honcho of the crusade, ready with his gleaming sword. You have this guy pulling this guy out because he's been crushed. That's awesome. You got trees falling because of the tail whipping across, and you have a forest in the background with some fire and smoke. So you have a lot going on here. I don't think. Oh, this guy's being crushed too. He's done for. This guy's crushed. He's dead as well. So both arms are just crushing people. You know, it's a very, very, very bad alone. What is this? Ice cream? Oh, I love you. Mia Sposa just brought me some ice cream here. It looks like butter pecan, which might be my. I don't know if it is or not, but. Oh my god. Thank you. She knows that butter pecan is my favorite. It's because I'm from Texas and we like butter and we like pecans. And we like ice cream. Oh man, look at that. Dude, you can't beat that nonsense. Now, is this good to merge with beer? Absolutely. You know, pecans, the original story of pecans is that, oh wait, I have no idea. I'm not going to tell you. All right. Oh man, so good. Oh, bang please. Bang please. Oh, baby. Oh my gosh. My head just froze. It's still freezing, but I have to finish it because I have to talk to you guys. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. That was good. I don't know where she got that from, but I'm blessed. Okay, guys. So now you know the story. A whole bunch of knights went out to save the princess, who was also secretly in her chambers practicing magic and wizardry. She wanted to conquer Zmei the dragon so that she may be able to control it in order to take down the enemies of the realm, the enemies of the brute and grotesque forces that wanted to control the kingdom. Well, she got captured by Zmei, who was just, you know, it's a wild creature which she was trying to control. But in return, one of her lovers, Sir Marcus Sordanius, I have no name, I don't know, I'm not good with names. He came with a legion of men and, well, a group of men to take down the beasts that were brave enough to do it. But unfortunately, the beast was too overwhelming and destructive. But they're making great marks to destroy it. The problem is you can't destroy one head without destroying the others. But what does the tale entail? Well, we will see. We will see. So, okay. All right, guys. Let's begin inking. Sorry for the story and the long beginning. Yeah. I'm going to blow my nose a few times in this thing because my room is dusty right now, but I just want you guys to gather information and kind of feel the vibe before we start inking, because when you ink, you're solidifying the story. You're really saying, I agree with it. So I hope you enjoy the music. I hope you enjoy this time. Please like and subscribe because I like you and I'll subscribe to you. And welcome for joining the channel. All right, let's begin. So what's the first step we do? When we have a pencil drawing like this of a dragon, and you know, we can keep it this way, but we're going to ink it. I can't have lead and ink stick on the paper. This music is way too intense. Sorry guys, let me move it over. There, is that better? Can't have lead stick to my ink pen because the felt pens that we use, or I use, right? The lead will actually stop the ink from flowing. So you need to prevent that. And how do you prevent that? Well, you erase the lead. But then you say, okay, well, if I erase the lead, how am I going to see my drawing? Well, cool devices like this called eraser putty or whatever you want to call it. You can mold this like you're making a candle, and you want to slightly roll it over, because what it does is it actually sticks to the paper, sticks to the lead, and pulls it off ever so gently, while maintaining the definition of the entire drawing, which is really cool. So when you do draw ink, it doesn't dilute. Now you have to be careful, because if you go too hard, it will absolutely take away your drawing, and then you'll be like, well, where did that, claw go? Where did the scales go? And stuff like that. Now, this is a highly detailed drawing. It makes me sad to kind of do this to it, but I did take photos of it. I didn't get to scan it because my scanner decided to not work tonight. But it's okay, like life is too short to care about the things that don't really matter. So you can see some of how the putty has gotten dark, right? You can even see my fingerprints in it. That's pretty bad at the bone. But make sure, ow, oh, ninja crap. All right, so I'm going to continue to do that, but I'm not going to do it too hard to where it takes away all the details. I'm just going to do it to where it takes off the excess lead. Now, this works for comic books as well, or if you're doing any kind of graphic novel, manga, or artwork. You want to make sure to take off the excess lead, because the excess lead is destructive to your pens. It is destructive to your utensils. And on top of that, your eyes, your eyeballs, the human eyeball, can see what details you've already drawn, and you kind of know mentally where you've placed certain things. Okay. All right, so now we have it. We have Zmei, the drawing, the dragon. Hey, Frozzy, welcome, welcome. Glad you're able to make it. I know I told everybody on Discord I'd be on at 9 o'clock. I decided to do it early just to see how many of you guys were, actually listening. No, I'm just kidding. I started early because I knew I had to do a lot of explaining. I didn't want to bore people with all this stuff. Okay, but tonight's not going to be as long as last night. Last night was 3 hours long. I can't do that, guys. It hurts my soul in every passionate way. Mainly because I have things to do. I have a life too. I think I do. I hope I do. Oh gosh, if I don't, it would suck. So how are you doing, Frozzy? Doing good? You got some good drawings in today? It's Thursday, Hopefully you got something good. All right. Sorry if the sound is a little bit off. I have to move over here real quick. Okay. So we're going to start with the head of the fire dragon, and then I'm going to move down. I'm going to move outwards and outwards. Now, since I'm not going to be fully drawing everything right away, like not all of this on the live stream. This music is killing me. It's so loud. But let's begin. Oh, jeez. Doing modeling, huh? That's fun. At least you were drawing today. That's dope. I've been drawing while I've been watching a TV show all day, so I have 3D modeling is dope though. I love 3D. I did a 3D model for an NFT company back when the NFTs were cool, like 2 or 3 years ago. Oh man. Well, Frozzy, are you on? If you're not on Instagram, then I think I put my Discord on my last video or the video before. You can find it there. If not tonight, I will put it on that one. Yeah, I'm trying to make my Discord actually very open for people to throw their drawings down and get not critique as in say as in like getting ripped on or anything like that, but mainly for like for people to talk about it and promote their work and people to join and get more networking involved, because art is about networking. That's why you would go to an art college or university, is because you want to network. It's not to actually learn anything, to tell you the truth. I know it sounds like you would want to go to art school to learn something, but they don't teach you crap. They teach you things that honestly you should know going into it. They teach you a few things. If you're doing 3D and stuff like that, obviously you have the utensils and the programs and stuff, but when it comes to natural art, we've been drawing with pens and paper for so long that it's better to just go with the flow and learn on your own, and or with YouTube now, because YouTube is far greater of a teacher than any university will give you. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know where I was going at that point, but I love 3D modeling. I did 3D modeling. I do 3D modeling all the time. I have an Oculus, so as you can see on my Instagram, I mean my YouTube videos, I have an Oculus like tutorial for this NFT that they hired me to do these cards for NFTs, and I don't agree with. I mean, I like NFTs, but man, were they overtaken by a bunch of goofballs and kind of ruined the whole thing, which is sad to me. But I like the idea of having decentralized finances and stuff. I don't think it's going to work out unless someone regulates it. But it was fun to do 3D objects and swords. I did Nordic, Viking, like Thor and stuff like that, their weapons and stuff. Oh yeah, I bet, man. Doing humans are super hard. Doing it in 3D, I can't even imagine. It's hard enough to do it with pencil. What are you gonna doing it 3D, man? That's rough stuff. I mean, honestly, I would just steal a template or buy a template for the human body and then mold from there. I've been using an iPad app called what is it called? Something Sculpt. Nomad Sculpt or Nomad. Nomad 3D or something like that. And it's great to build 3D characters and human characters with, because you can really mold it like clay. It's fantastic. I love 3D. I love being in the VR world. VR is a really cool world for me. I used to get on there and play some games and stuff like that with people, but they got rid of some of the games because it wasn't popular enough. That makes me super sad, because the game that I did play was dope. But VR is the future no matter what we say, because when it comes down to it, medical stuff, interactions that are far apart and all that stuff is going to be VR. So, I feel like it's important for people to learn the VR world. Yeah, the human body is more complex than people know, for sure. People don't realize. So I got this really cool. Oh, it's not here with me. It's in the other room. I study the human anatomy because I love the genetics of the human body, right? It's fun, and then you get to learn how to draw certain things. But when you start to draw certain parts of the body, you start to realize, oh my, like, like, oh my, like, it's very complex. The human body is intense. It has so many facets to it, and it's got so many intricate little details with not only the muscles, but You're talking about veins and nerves, and when a muscle stretches, it stretches a whole different way than one would perceive, and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I totally agree with you. It's ridiculous how complex the human body is. But that's what makes us awesome. You know. What software are you using to do these 3D models? Oh, ZBrush and Maya. I haven't used ZBrush yet, but I heard ZBrush is pretty fantastic. So that's cool. Maya, I've used Maya. Maya's definitely professional use. It's kind of like Autodesk or what's Autodesk's 3D model. Oh man, I haven't used Autodesk in a while, but I learned on Autodesk and the 3D modeling of that software to do architecture, because I was actually, when I was going to school, I wanted to be an architectural artist. And until I realized how much math was involved, and then I was like, you know what? I quit. Too much math, man. But I heard ZBrush is really cool. I use Gravity, Sketch, and the other one I just mentioned. Yeah, Maya is probably very good for 3D animation and rigging. I just downloaded the Procreate. A couple months ago, I downloaded the Procreate Dreams app, which allows you to animate drawings very simply, and I used it for a few of my advertisements and stuff like that for my trading card game, and it worked out perfectly. It's a very easy, very cool, simple way of doing animation. It's like a dream come true. So I want to sit on there and actually do some animations, bring some of my ink drawings to life. That'd be dope. Okay, so right now we're still just shading and designing the head of the dragon. I'll add all the shading later. League of Legends is dope, yeah. So you're learning that, huh? That's cool. I mean, that's really intense artwork. Those guys are solid artists. I remember when that game came out, because I was in Korea. And they're like, this is going to be the next big game. And I was like, no, it's not. You're a bunch of goofballs. I lost that bet. Came out to be one of the most popular games ever. Okay, I'll do shading later. I'm just going to do some of these details, get him going. Someone had mentioned that they wanted to see the detailing of people, how I would draw the small, tiny soldiers in the background and in the foreground. So I'm going to move to that in a second. I really don't want to do tonight being a long one because honestly, watching me ink for hours is not going to be that fun for me or for you because I have cameras in my way and I can't really get up close and pay attention the way I want. As for watercoloring this bad boy, I have no idea what I'm really going to do for watercolor. I've been watching some videos and trying to figure out what's the best route to do for an inker to start watercoloring and stuff. So we will see. But so far, looking good, looking good, looking good. So I have been studying color theory. I have a book on color theory actually right beside me. Okay, never mind. It's in the other room as well. And I've been studying watercolor tutorials on what color theory and how to use it. The watercolor is still, a difficult thing because if you don't do it right, you could destroy the paper and it could look muddy and stuff like that. I'm really good with gouache maybe or acrylic for sure. And oil, I'm not the worst at, but probably need better training for sure on that. But watercolor directly is rough. Okay, so we have the first dragon's head almost done. No details yet. Details always come last. Well, at least this gives us a basis for what it's going to look like. Okay. Yeah, watercolor is tough. So we'll just have to figure it out though. People do so many different techniques, I don't even know. Been watching this show called Alone. It is a survival show. I'm a big fan of survival stuff and learning, survival techniques. Like Bear Grylls is one of my favorite shows. It's really good. But they have this show called Alone where people so Frozzy, I'll probably end up doing that is like painting the watercolor and then adding on top of that in order to protect my details and stuff like that. But we'll see. But the wild show that I'm watching is Alone, and it's really good because it really kind of shows what it means to like be alone in the wilderness, stuff like that, which I want to do. I want to make. I want to be out in the world, Drawing's fun and all, but it's not as, to me, it's not as fun as like being you know, making a campfire, struggling. Pretty awesome. What? I had a full battery. I don't understand how my battery just died. Okay, guys, give me a second. Sorry. I literally thought I charged. This was a full battery. It says it was a full battery. I don't understand why it died on me. All right, we're back on. So 3, 2. Nope. Sorry. This one's dead too. We're gonna go to a commercial break while I figure this nonsense out. Okay, guys, I'm, oh my god, I literally think I'm out of battery on every single one of my batteries, which is so insane because I just charged 2 of them. I might have to actually cut this thing short because of stupid batteries. Oh my gosh. I charged these things. I know I did. Okay, guys, hey, I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry because my all 4 of my batteries are dead when I definitely for sure charged them unless someone took them off and used them without my thought. So anyways, tonight is a very short run. That sucks. That really is unfair and uncool to you guys. So I want to apologize. I think this one has probably like 1 minute left. Yeah, it's it's not gonna last very long. Anyways, so let's zoom out real quick just so I can give a real quick intro or outro. Man, that really sucks. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. So this one, anyways, you got to see a little bit of the inking process. Nonetheless, I erased it. I showed you the process of erasing it. It's still light. It's still visible. Okay, we went to black. Oh my golly. I'm really sorry. I feel bad for you guys. I feel bad for myself too. This is man, oh man. I'm gonna end and this is the worst live stream ever. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow whenever I get all of my batteries charged. I really thought I had more batteries charged. Watch what I had posted. You've got 38 minutes of it or 30 something minutes of it. I'm sorry. That's all I have to say. You know, we make mistakes, but tomorrow I'll continue this and you'll get to actually see me ink the details of the scales and all that kind of fun stuff. I mean, this rainbow, you know, backdrop is cool. But anyways, I'm sorry. See you guys tomorrow. If you're creative, please create. Please like and subscribe. I know this video sucked. Thank you, Frozzy, for chatting with me. And yeah, anyways, that's life, dude. That's life. My gosh. Adios.